This is Goodbye Cuba from the Goodbye Series number 1, written by J.J. Harrigan, narrated by Ric Chetter. Historical note. In weaving this tale around the Cuban Missile Crisis, I tried to be faithful to the historical record. All thoughts and speech attributed to the historical figures are fictional, but are based on writings by participants or reputable historians. The fictional characters placed in these historical settings are the products of my imagination, and any resemblance of them to any persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Unless the specific date of an event is called for, the events are identified as happening in the week of. Acknowledgements. Thanks to members of the Minneapolis Writers Guild and the Bonita Springs Writers Group who scoured repeated chapters with meticulous detail. Don Alston, Kate Bitters, Michelle Caffrey, Patricia Carlberg, John Rogers, Ariana Eddington, Bob Erickson, Brian Keller, Pam Klochik, Miranda Kopp-Philick, Carl Jurgensen, Tim Mahoney, John Paulson, John Rhodes, John Rogers, Glenn Miller, Brendan Moran, Doug Williams. Thanks to Carrington Ashton and Barbara Unozai for help with my Spanish. Stuart Goldbarg for helping flesh out Meyer Lansky, among other things. Gary Prevost for sharing his prodigious knowledge of Cuba. Walt Zimmerman for teaching me to fly a Piper Cub. Alexis Stein-Sevi for copy editing the manuscript, and Kathy Huffman who proofed the final copy. A special thanks to Susan Stradiotto, my editor at Bronzewood Books. And a very special thanks to my wife, Sandy, who put up with my obsession over this project and became an indispensable sounding board. Chapter 1, July 26, 1962. Havana, Cuba. If it hadn't been for his sixth sense, Major Oscar Escalante would have been home eating breakfast. Instead, he prowled the lobby of Hotel Habana Libre, poking his head into restrooms, checking names in the registration book, and looking for anything suspicious. But now that sixth sense, which had served him so well in the past, was not leading him to anything helpful. He clenched and unclenched his fists as he pondered his task of protecting El Comandante Fidel Castro. This day, July 26, was ripe for trouble because it marked the 9th anniversary of Castro's assault on the Moncada barracks. Within the hour, Fidel would step from the elevator and head toward L Street to begin the Revolution Day celebration with complete disdain for any gunman who might lurk nearby. Escalante
Sample complete. Ready to continue?